Do you love embroidery and keep running into the same issues that ruin your designs? Well, don't worry, you're not alone. Today, I'm going to be talking about the top 5 most common embroidery problems. Number 1, digitizing errors. Digitizing is like the Google Maps of your machine. If your map tells you to go right into a brick wall, it's going to hit a brick wall. So it's really important that when you are digitizing, you do it with a high quality software like Ricoma. Also, if you are breaking threads and getting bird's nests, a lot of times it's the digitizing that's bad. So don't be so quick to look at your machine to think, oh my God, something's wrong with the machine. Always check the digitizing first. Here are some ways to fix it. Whether you outsource your designs or you digitize them yourselves, it's really important that when you're doing cap embroidery, you always start from the inside out and from the bottom to the top, like the rays of the sun. It's really important. So when you're requesting that from a outsourced embroiderer or a digitizer, make sure that they understand that it is for a cap. That's one thing. Also, if the design is too dense, it's going to come out bulletproof and it's going to be too thick and it's just not going to feel very well. And you might get into thread break issues and even needle breaks. Auto digitizing can be very tempting, but sometimes it does make a couple little mistakes. So if you're going to auto digitize, make sure you review the design by playing it through and see what it does, and always test. You might have to go back and tweak the design yourself. So sometimes for certain designs, auto digitizing will not be the best way to do it, and manually might be the best way to do it. So instead of just having to go back and fix all the mistakes that the auto digitizing did, you can just start right from scratch, do it manually, and it might even save you some time. Number 2, hooping mistakes. If your fabric is puckering or shifting during embroidery, you might not be hooping it correctly. Let me show you how to fix it. Make sure your fabric is taut, but not overstretched. Make sure you use stabilizers to support your fabrics. You're going to use tearaway for your woven fabrics, and you'll use cutaway, remember it doesn't cut, for your loose knit jersey fabrics. If hooping doesn't work well or you're having a hard time hooping a certain type of material, you can always float that material on some sticky backing. Number 3, needles. Using the wrong style or type of needle, or even a dull needle, can cause all sorts of problems like thread breaks, skip stitches, or even damage your fabric. Try to match the needles to the fabric that you're going to use. You're going to use ball points for knits, sharps for woven, and you may want to try titanium needles for those heavy-duty jobs. Needles weren't meant to last forever. They are a consumable, so make sure you change them regularly. The recommended time of use is 8 hours per needle. Dull needles can cause all sorts of problems. One of them in particular is thread breaks. As the thread courses through the eye of the needle, it's going to cause all sorts of abrasions, and it's going to make your thread break all the time. So change your needles regularly. When it comes to needles, size does matter. Try to use thin needles for your delicate fabrics and thicker needles for your heavier duty fabrics. Last but not least, it's really important how you put the needle in the machine. Make sure that the groove is in the front. There's a long groove on the needle that goes across the whole front of it. Make sure that that stays in front, and the scarf, this little thing right here, that should face the back. And it's really important that the needle be facing the correct way and not slightly twisted, okay? So make sure you get that right. That can cause all sorts of problems. Number 4, thread problems. If your thread keeps shredding or breaking, it might be because the quality of the thread you're using is not that great. Now, tension is one thing, but we'll get to that. When you're buying your thread, make sure you get a high quality thread. When you're trying to break it, it should feel like it's almost cutting into your skin before it breaks. See, that's some good thread right there. But there are different weights of thread for different application, and some are going to be a little bit stronger than others. But you cannot store thread forever. Make sure you keep them in a nice, watertight, humidity-free area so that they don't get bad. Thread will go bad over time. The polyester will deteriorate over time, so you want to make sure you keep it in a cool, dry place away from sunlight so it lasts a long time. Number 5, tension. Man, I hope Christian's okay. But finally, the most frustrating one of all is tension. Bad tension can cause looping, bird's nesting, all sorts of problems, thread breaks, shredding, all sorts of things. So make sure that your tension is right. Remember that there is a balance between the top tension and the bottom tension, and your bobbin always wins. Now, if your bobbin runs away on you like that, your tension is too loose on the bobbin. So always run tests before you do your final product. Run tension tests regularly to make sure that your machine is running optimally. And when you're making tension adjustments on your machine, try to make them incrementally. Don't just start tightening everything at the same time, because you're not going to know what you did and you won't be able to know what you need. So adjust the knobs one at a time until you get the desired tension. By the way, for more information on how to take care of bird's nests and tension, you really got to check out this video that we made. It's really good, and you're going to find it in the card above and in the description below. And there you have it, the 5 most common embroidery problems and how to fix them. I hope you learned from this video, and let me know in the comments below which of these problems you deal with all the time. I'd like to know. And remember to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you know when we're coming out with this great content. See you guys on the next one.